Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tonia, and today we are discussing the Libra full moon happening on the 28th of this month, aka Sunday. And yes, it's at 8 degrees of Libra. So if you happen to be a Libra or an Aries, ascendant sun or moon, within that, let's just say 5 to 12 degree of any one of those two signs, Libra or Aries, placement, then that is even more significant for you. Those words were crazy, but you get what I'm saying. Within that range, if you have your sun, your ascendant, or your moon right around 8 degrees of Libra or Aries, then this is like really big energy for you. For everybody else, it's still going to be a massive focus on relationships and self within those relationships. So we're going to look at the chart per usual and look at all the crazy aspects. There's an intense V sextile happening as well, engaging Mars and Saturn, might I add. So I'm particularly intrigued for what is about to go down. So stay tuned for all of that. And before I do jump into it, if you're serious about learning astrology and you want to learn astrology for yourself once and for all, we start astrology school again in May. The deadline is right around the corner because we start classes in like a month in May. So if you're interested, this is a 26-week long program where we meet once a week, every weekend, live via Zoom, and we have an interactive session where I tell you a little bit of how to do something, and then I ask you to apply it, and then we just keep ping-ponging throughout the whole session like that. There's a lot of group activity, there's a lot of support, it's like a really great atmosphere. If you want to know more about that and schedule a call with me today, you can do that using the link down below. And with that said, everybody who's here is a subscriber, holla holla, welcome, thank you, thank you. And to all the new people who haven't yet subscribed, but yet you vibe, why haven't you subscribed? Because we're building tribe. So with that said, thank you to everybody out there for all the love, all the likes, and that helps the channel grow and get this info to even more people, which is just amazing. So hurrah for the internet. All right, now let us go forward with the chart. So this is the chart for the 28th full moon in Aries, and excuse me, in Libra. And as you can see here in Aries though, speaking of which, 8 degrees is the sun, 8 degrees is Chiron, 8 degrees is Venus. Holy freaking guacamole. What is up with all of that? Let me tell you what's up with all that. First off, let's just back up. This is a full moon. That means there's a culmination, baby. So there's a big culminative, like, you know, the storyline arc. We're at the arc of the storyline because it's full moon time. So you're going to be experiencing, especially in this week, like revelations, epiphanies, moments of clarity, large events that just happen. And that at the same time they just happen, you kind of know that they've been growing for a certain amount of time leading up to them. And so this is in relationship to what? Exactly that, relationship. And now let's flip back to this. What is this question, right? This 8 degree, 8 degree, 8 degree, like what is going on at 8 degrees of Aries at the time of this full moon? It's skies like this, y'all. Let me tell you, where you look at this and you're like, you can't make it up because it's so real. Like spirit divinely orchestrates these incredible conjunctions. I mean, look at the degrees of accuracy. It's nuts. So anyway, Chiron is the wounded healer. Y'all been looking at that like, what does that mean? That's what that means. It's the wounded healer, this weird looking K thing. And I did a whole video on that. If you want to check it out, all you got to do is type in WizdomDropz Chiron. I talk in much more depth about it there. Encourage you to check it out, just saying. But with that said, it is where we have an ooey gooey marshmallow spot in ourselves, and we heal ourselves through allowing the ooey gooey marshmallow soft wounded version of us to come to light, so to speak. And with that said, Venus is there. So we're supposed to help heal our inner femininity and women around us. Also, we will notice that women around us, or if we are a woman ourselves, or female, child, a girl, whatever, in the more feminine energy of your embodiment, then you're likely to feel more wounded at this time. And like there is more of like a sensitive spot in relationship to femininity. So really, whether you're embodied as a female, or whether you know a woman, or you are which is like everybody. So the point is, like, around the concept of femininity, whether that's in relationship with feminine beings, whether that's you as a feminine being, there is some type of woundedness that is definitely coming to the surface to be exposed. Why do I say that? Because at the same time that we have this full moon happening, okay, on the 28th of March, we have the sun there at this Venus Chiron conjunction. And the sun is what illuminates. The full moon is full because of the sun. The sun is the divine light that makes the moon reflective. You feel like the moon wouldn't reflect diddly if nothing was shining on it. And so the sun is shining beyond that. It's not just shining on the moon, right? It's burning Venus. And actually, as I'm looking at this, it appears that Venus has completed her Cazimi, which is when she, by the minute, exactly conjuncts the sun. Anytime the sun exactly conjuncts a planet, that's called Cazimi. Cazimi means the planet, and all the things that are associated with the planet get burnt. And in this case, we might be very well looking at a Cazimi Venus, but Venus is still present with Chiron, so she's still wounded in some way, shape, or form. And Aries, we have to learn more about this. We say, okay, already, something to coming to light, sun, about femininity's woundedness. You see how we just pieced together Sun, Venus, Chiron? But to find out more, let's find out more about that story. We go to find the planet that rules Aries, which is always going to be Mars. And so Mars transiting, dun, dun, dun. This is insane in the freaking membrane. If any of y'all know your astrology already, you're already looking at this with me like, damn. If you're here new, let me tell you why we're freaking out. Because Mars is conjunct Rahu, man, woman, child, freaking Rahu, aka the North Node. And this is a super destined, karmic, crazy, fated time. And I use the word crazy intentionally there. I also did a whole video on this. If you want to check out Mars Rahu conjunction WizdomDropz on the YouTube, we got a video for that. But for real though, what that means, it means that people are extra ambitious right now. Just before we combine it with this conjunction here, people are extra ambitious right now to follow their dreams, to follow their aspirations, and to follow how they might actually put some of those mad genius plans into action. Because the North Node is the greedy dragon. It's the dragon that wants more. It's the dragon that goes after everything, consuming it along the way, and is a fake it till you make it kind of energy. And it's very like bold and ambitious and does not give a flying fuck about anything. So you put this really bodacious, kind of loud, kind of greedy kind of like energy in conjunction with Mars, the god of action. Anybody? Willpower, force, vigor, all that jazz. That together is hella crazy. And looking at this even further, read the fact that this Mars Rahu conjunction is engaged in not one. All y'all real astrologer people with me, I'm so excited that we're in this conversation together. Leave me like a heart below if you like understand the fact that this is so fucking awesome right now. Okay, but with that said, this Mars is engaged in not one but two massive conversations. It's a grand trine. Check it. You see that big blue triangle, and that grand trine is activated between Mars, the moon, okay, and over here with Saturn. So that's like Saturn, moon, and Mars. That's the two malefics, man. Saturn and Mars, those are the badass planets that make you feel uncomfortable. And thankfully for all of us, they're speaking in harmony with each other and the planet of feeling and emotion, the moon, at the time of this lunation. That, my friends, is what I call a good omen or a saving grace. Now, I did say there's two conversations that Mars is engaged in that are worth noting in terms of configurations, and that is this V sextile over here that we also see engaging, again, Mars and Saturn, but this time with an apex because the angles have changed with Venus at the top of it. So Venus with this square to Mars, this is going to be about passions are able to be shown in a way that they've needed to be shown. That's how I read that. And you're going to be able to cerebrally communicate very well, although it may feel as though those communications cause hurt and pain in the process because Chiron is with that Venus. It's like the truth that needed to be told. And this is the next level. I haven't even gotten to interpreting these grand trine and mini grand trine or V sextile yet. Here's the cherry on the freaking delicious vegan pineapple upside down cake. Venus is the dispositor of Libra, aka the Libra moon. So Venus rules the moon. What the literal F? This could not get any more poetic. I swear to Goddess, the skies never failed to amaze me. I've been looking at these charts for over 10 years, and the skies never failed to amaze me. Look at it. The ruler of the moon, Libra, is with the sun. So this is like the moon's ruler is with the sun and Chiron in the sign of Aries. And I'm going to tell you forthright, y'all, I called this a saving grace for a reason. Because this ain't some easy energy right here. This is some hard ass energy. In case you didn't pick up from this intro of like, hey, Venus is with Chiron, by the way, aka women might be feeling some type of way that is not delightfully pleasant and loved and nurtured and protected. And it's going to be like an imbalance. There's a huge imbalance in terms of how people are expressing and feeling, and just the love factor. There's a lot of pain in love right now. There's a lot of pain in relationships when I look at this sky, because Venus and Chiron is like conjunct, and it's with the sun, and the sun just burnt it. So what I think this process is about the catharsis. What I'm looking at is pain in relationships that has a cathartic component to it. There is most definitely, if you don't know what that word means, I'm going to expound on it in a second. So it's like a purging, basically, right? Of like everything that needs to be purged, and it's all for the name of a greater good. So there's definitely like themes of woundedness with this Venus Chiron conjunction with the sun. But there's a lot of helping cosmic support at the same time with this grand trine, with engaging the malefics, with the V sextile that Venus herself, albeit while she is wounded, is engaged in. So Venus receives support, in other words, by those blue lines from Saturn and Mars, you see. Whew, it's a lot. That's a lot going on. What does it really mean, everybody? I think women, we're feeling it especially. And we all, no matter what, we're feeling it in relationships. Because let's not forget, the most simple takeaway at the end of the day, looking at this is a Libra full moon. Libra is all about relationships. It's all about people. And, you know, Mars with Rahu, there's some ambitious people out there. People are going to be showing if they're greedy or not, too. And you should get greedy for what you want right now, because you're not going to get this opportunity again. Not for a long ass time. So if you're going to put anything into action, I don't mean be greedy like extort people. I mean, be greedy with this energy and apply it, because this is not, you know, this is an ephemeral opportunity. Mars is not going to be transiting the North Node in Gemini, the most crafty sign, for a while. So just be aware that, you know, you have a chance to do something good with this, and it's engaged in a grand trine. So don't waste it. Don't waste it. I will be doing horoscopes. Until then, like this video if it brought you any value, because it's a nice way to say thank you, sister, for making this video for free for me. And if you're trying to learn astrology once and for all for yourself, I am offering astrology school again, and it's going to be amazing. So if you are also amazing and looking to learn astrology, be there or be square. And with that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.